Hey guys, today we are using oil pastels and watercolors. So you're gonna need thick paper. I'm using watercolor paper. And you're gonna need a pencil because we're gonna sketch a sailboat first. Then we're gonna use our pastels. So if you need to, hit pause, grab your supplies, and then let's get started. Okay, so we are going to sketch a sailboat first. So I'm gonna start here and I'm going to make a sail. Comes down like this. Try and make it darker so you can see it. And then the next one curves a little bit like that. And then they connect. So that's our first sail. Okay, and then the next one is gonna curve. Like that. And then we're going to have a straight pole. It's coming down like this. It's going to be more narrow at the top, and then as it comes down, it's going to get a little bit wider. Got to erase this part here. Okay, and now we're going to make the bottom of the boat. Okay, so it's going to go like this. Down like that. Front part curves like this a little bit. See, even I use my eraser. Make sure you have one handy. Okay, and then right here, I'm gonna make this with some little windows. Okay. And then I'm just going to make a little line there and straight down again. Okay. All right, so now we are going to, now that we have our rough sketch of our sailboat, we are going to switch to our pastels. So you're going to need a gray, white, and black. All right, so you're not going to be able to really see this right now, but you'll see it later. I'm going to, well, you got to make sure your white is clean. Mine had some blue on it from earlier. Wipe it off on a napkin if you need to get any other colors off. And then you're going to color this whole thing white. This way, later, if any watercolors accidentally get on it, it won't stay on there because it repels from oil pastels or crayons if you don't have pastels. So there, I just colored that one in. I'm going to color in my pole, and then I'm going to color in the sail behind it. Okay, Now I'm going to take this gray and I'm going to color right on top of the white for that pole that's holding the sail up. Okay, and then white on top of that to blend it. So we did the gray, and now I'm putting more white on top to give it a nice blended look. All right. Okay, now we're gonna color the bottom white too. And over towards the bottom, I'm gonna make a little wave. I'm not gonna make it go straight across. I made a little wave. I know you can't see it, but try and make it a wave so it's not perfectly straight when you color that. And then in fact, you can, my white keeps breaking on me. From there, you're not gonna be able to see it, but just make some zigzag lines off to the side here with white. I just went zigzag, zigzag, zigzag all the way down. Okay, and we're gonna color in, I am just being too rough with my pastels today. Now we're gonna color in here. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little gray on top of here, on top of the white we just did. And then white on top. Okay, I'm also going to take this gray and I'm going to put a little bit down the side here. We'll blend it in a minute. A little bit down the side here. Take your white again and blend. Okay. All right, now we're going to use our black and we are going to outline outlining our sail. I'm going to outline our boat. Outlining the windows. Okay. And now to blend that a little better, I'm just going to take white, smudge it on top of the black. I'm just smudging all of the black a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And after I make these lines, I'm just gonna go back over them with white. Okay. Okay, so now we are ready for watercolors. So you want to wet your brush really good. And wet your paper. I already had some color in my water from earlier. You'll see that anything that goes on the sails is not going to stay that color, so you don't even have to be that careful. Because that oil pastel step that we did, it won't let paint stick to it. So I'm just wetting my background a little. And then I'm gonna dip my brush in the blue. But before I put it on there, because I want it to be light, I'm gonna wet it again. Okay. Okay. The nice thing about watercolors is the way it dries. I love to see the darker areas and the lighter areas. In fact, I want it a little bit darker, but only over here. You know what I mean? Isn't that pretty? And now I want it to get a little bit lighter, so I'm just dipping my brush in the water now instead of putting it in the paint. Okay. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to wet my brush. I'm going to add some water to the bottom. I'm going to go side to side. Sorry, was I out of the camera? All right, so I wet my brush. I'm going to go side to side here at the bottom. And then I'm going to dip it in the green and the blue. Remember how we put some white pastel in a zigzag? So that's why it looks like that there. Now I'm just going to dip it in some straight blue. And I want it to be darkest under here. On this side. Okay, so we're just adding more blue just to this side. kind of wiping up some of my put a little bit more green over here. Okay, and I just realized something, almost forgot. All in here, in between the sails, we have to add some sky. So go ahead and wash your brush off. And then get a little bit of blue on there. I'm gonna wet my brush again, because this needs to be part of the sky. Oops, I touched my painting. All right, a little bit more blue and water. And sometimes it helps to take a step back and look at your art from a distance to see if you feel like anything is missing or you want to add something to it. I'm just adding a lighter blue in any of the white spaces I saw. And there you have it, our sailboat watercolor with oil pastels. It's complete, and you could almost feel the movement in the sky. I hope you had fun doing this today, and I will see you next time.